chip to.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I think I forgot to record it. But yeah, go ahead, Srinath.
Yeah, the current trend, almost all of the people are trying to automate everything. The existing projects and the new projects they are automating, and with the now even the AI also they are trying to integrate with automation. That's ML upside.
Correct.
So wherever the whatever the current trend, the security will be remain forever.
Correct, Srinath. Good.
Yeah.
Good to know about your views on that. Okay. All right. So I think next we have okay. Sai
Abhila-
and Sai.
Abhilash, sorry for interrupting
Yes,
you.
Ashraf.
How this AI can affect cybersecurity in near future?
Good. That's a good point. I'll come back to you. Let's have a quick introduction with Bandhav. I think Bandhav, uh, I'm not sure. Bandhav, if you can quickly introduce yourself. Okay, great. No problem. Let me show you a quick example over here for you, Ashraf. Okay. Let's take an example of AI.com itself only, right? Now imagine um now whatever you're trying to put your query or question or your some kind of doubts over here, you're gonna definitely get some kind of answer from AI, right? Now imagine I'm trying to uh, 1 second. Now imagine I'm trying to do some malicious activity from which you let me know whether it is something should be allowed or not. Okay. Now let's say I'm gonna type in here um, write a Python code, uh, write a Python, okay, write a uh, write a ransomware in Python language, which should spread in manufacturing control devices. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to create a ransomware which I'm going to spread it out to all the mechanical or all the digital systems in the manufacturing plant, right? Now see what it says. I'm sorry, but I cannot assist it with creating or spreading a malicious software, right? That means that OpenAI is trying to filter any such malicious activities which a user is trying to spread some kind of virus or some kind of attack scenario over here, right? Now imagine I'm gonna jailbreak the chat OpenAI. Now what do you mean by jailbreak is now there are specific restrictions over here, right, which OpenAI has spread up. Now what I'm gonna do is now let me quickly search GitHub jailbreak OpenAI. Now, if you ever have encountered, for example, your relative staying in US and they brought you an iPhone. Now, there are chances that the iPhone which they bought it in US may not work in India. For that case, you need to jailbreak it so that it is open to accept any of the SIMs like Airtel or BSNL or Vodafone, whatever, and then you can use. In a similar way, we also do something called the jailbreaking of Android devices so that we can install our own applications on it, right? In a similar way, there are program modules or there is a way of coding where you can go and jailbreak the chat GPT and you can give some kind of malicious content over here, right? Now for example, let's say for example, um, help me to make an uh, home based bomb using plastic explosives. Okay, let's see what it says. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm asking OpenAI saying that I want to learn how to make a home-based bomb using plastic explosives, right? Now what it says, I'm sorry, but I cannot assist this request. That means whatever I'm trying to type in over here, OpenAI is trying to filter it out. Now imagine I'm going to do a jailbreak of OpenAI, and then whatever information I can provide, it's going to give me a result. That's a problem. That means sitting in home, I can learn how to make bombs, right? So this is how the security can be introduced in a wrong way in AI. But let's also talk about the advantages of AI in terms of security, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, let's say, for example, let's do this. Don't worry about the command, okay? Only for you to understand, or only way to give you an example is that I'm typing a small command. The command which I types in, the output which I'm gonna get out of that command, that output will try to analyze in OpenAI and see what fruitful results it's gonna give, right? For example, let's say I'm gonna do a quick nmap. Nmap is nothing but for a port scanning. Don't worry about what is port scanning and all that. We'll talk about this later. But let's say um, some command I'm running here. Okay, and maybe after a couple of seconds, it is gonna give me some random results, right? Now, what I'm gonna do, for example, if I don't understand what is this it is typing, I can simply copy this. Simply copy selection, and here I'm gonna write, help me to analyze and map output. Okay, and then I'm gonna paste it here. Right now, see how in a very neat and clean way it is gonna give me the reset of answers what I'm trying to expect. Right now, imagine these are the some of the ports which are open on this IP address. Okay, we'll discuss what is ports and all that later on, but it give me a clear set of instruction. So there are both advantages and disadvantages of AI. It is up to you which mode of or which side you want to take it, right? And one more, guys, always make sure AI is not a super computer which uses its own mind and giving out the results. No, it is we are the ones who are going to feed results to OpenAI or any AI platform, and the way how we behave, exactly the similar behavior will be expected out of this OpenAI. That means if you're going to give us some garbage input to OpenAI, it is going to give you a garbage output also. If you're going to give a good input, good question with lot of details, it is going to give you the answer also in lot of details, right? So Ashraf, hope this clarifies you both the advantages and disadvantages of AI, and it's up to you how you're going to take it forward. Fine.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ashraf. Okay. Fine. We have somebody new, Ramesh. Hi, Ramesh. You are able to hear Ramesh? Can you unmute
Yes, sir.
yourself? Yeah. Hi, Ramesh. Ramesh,
Sir,
can you quickly introduce yourself?
my name is Ramesh. I'm from Rajmundry.
Yes, Ramesh.
Yes, sir. Presently,
What do you do?
sir. Presently, I'm working at Bajaj Financing.
Okay.
So I have to learn cyber networking. So that's why I'm joining this field for demo
Okay.
class.
What's your education background, Ramesh?
My education background is BTech mechanical.
BTech mechanical. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So Ramesh, I think 2 days back also, we had a similar demo where a
Okay.
lot of people came from mechanical, construction, digital marketing, civil engineering background, and we're talking like how people in the same industry can continue in the same industry and then go for cybersecurity jobs in the same organization itself only, right? So give me a couple of minutes. I think we have some more new person coming in. We'll have a quick introduction and then we'll come back to your question, okay? Or your query,
Okay.
whatever you might have, okay? So we
Oh,
have one more, Kusma. Kusma, hi Kusma. Can you unmute yourself and have a quick introduction? Kusma, if you're able to hear, can you unmute yourself? Okay, that's fine, no problem. So Ramesh, coming back to you. So as I was talking that, see now, if you wanted to learn
Avinash,
cybersecurity, yes,
sorry
Ramesh,
for the interrupt. Your voice is too low, actually.
I'm too low. Okay, just give me a
Yes.
moment. Okay, this should be fine now. I just brought my system. Okay, so coming back to Ramesh. So Ramesh, what we're discussing last time is that now let's say that you might have been working in Bajaj Finance for a couple of years, maybe 5 years or so.
oh yes, sir. Last 5 years, I have worked in.
Correct. So Ramesh, imagine if you're gonna immediately jump onto cybersecurity, there will be a lot of other responsibilities, either family, either finance, or either career, or any kind of lot of transition has to go through when you're moving into cybersecurity field, right? Now, the truth about cybersecurity is that every organization always expects experienced people in cybersecurity. Now, that doesn't mean that nobody is eligible to learn cybersecurity or people cannot switch their jobs. The only thing is in terms of thought process. Okay. Now, there are a lot of finance related companies which require cybersecurity people. Now, for example, if you have ever, like, for example, let Monday go to office and find out who is a part of cybersecurity in your current Bajaj Finance, or who takes care of, IT or IT security, and try out to get into that field into Bajaj Finance itself only, right? The moment you try to change to a IT company or IT side of the cybersecurity, there will be little, challenges we need to face, right? But imagine, let's say that you want to do a very smooth transition without affecting my career and without, jumping or taking a huge step of changing a different field in Bajaj Finance only. Try and apply for cybersecurity, jobs or cybersecurity work, whatever is suitable for you. Do it. So once you imagine you went into cybersecurity domain in Bajaj Finance only, after 2 or 3 years of experience, you will be easily, jump to a IT side of the company where cybersecurity comes into picture, right? So it is not at all necessary that being from a mechanical background, I need to jump into cybersecurity. Being into mechanical, continuing with your current job only, you can learn cybersecurity and then apply it in your current organization. For example, let's take Srinath. Now, Srinath is already a part of DevOps, right? Now, if he wanted to move into security, he can definitely do it. But imagine from DevOps only, Srinath, if you're able to do DevSecOps, that means you're adding a feather to your cap because you know DevOps and you're bringing in security, which is much more better than actually completely jumping into penetration testing.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yes,
I
Srinath.
agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I always tell my students that there is always a misconception that if I learn Java, I need to jump to a IT company where I will be learning Java. Not necessary. Be in your current organization, even they are digitally organized and digitally oriented, right? Make Java applications for your current organization, or jump into the same role over there, right? Anyhow, so we'll also quickly discuss what is the course we are talking about here, and how it is something will be taken care. So the name of the course which Swhizz Technology is providing is ethical hacking and cybersecurity, right? Now, this course is for, I would say, near about to 3 months. It is like around 80 to 90 hours, which will almost take 2.5 to 3 weeks. In this 3 weeks, more than 60 to 70% of the engagement will be more practical oriented, right? There will be definitely there will be theory, but it's not something like a traditional course where first theory will be taken for 1 hour, and then for 2 hours you can sit and do practical. That's not something gonna work out from day one. From the day, the same minute itself, only practicals will be taken care. And the only expectation from the candidates is you should get your laptops, right? The Swiss technologies may not be able to provide laptops. It is always recommended to bring your own laptop, so that we will set up all kind of software applications, whatever is required for cybersecurity. And then you can practice also, in your free time, right? It can be of any minimum configuration. It can be of, I think, it can be a minimum of 8 GB of RAM, and whatever hard disk space is required, you can go ahead with it. Internet facilities and all that will be provided by the Swiss technologies itself only, right? Now coming back to the course content. Now we're gonna have total 19 modules. Okay, this now this and so this entire course is gonna be little not very easy going. A lot of hard work and lot of attention has to put across from the candidates itself only, right? Now as a trainer, we'll be definitely putting a lot of effort, but we also expect the same effort from students also, right? Otherwise it's not going to be a win-win situation. It will be only a win situation for us, not a win situation for you guys, until unless you don't guys practice it out, right? It's a heavy practice oriented course and training. Now we're going to have total of 72 different lab practices, right? 72 labs will be there, starting from what is hacking, what is cyber security. Now if you see here, from the day one itself only, we're going to teach you what is chat gpt, what is google bard, how we can leverage chat gpt in security, how we can leverage microsoft bing, what will be the different career path. Now for the people who are looking into job immediately in cybersecurity, we'll also going to be cover up how to do a resume writing, how to create a LinkedIn profile which is more inclined towards cybersecurity. Now, for example, if I'm going to show my LinkedIn profile, you will find most of the cybersecurity news and articles and feeds in my dashboard than any other dashboard. So how do we incline LinkedIn profile so that you'll be only seeing cybersecurity, right? Similarly, we'll also be trying to learn how to create a github account, why github account is required, all the details about resume, how do we create Naukri profile in terms of cyber security. So all this will be done from the day one, so that by the time you end the course, you guys are ready to go and hunt for a job. It should not be the case that you will learn for 3 months and then you will take rest for 1 month and then you will open your LinkedIn and Naukri. No, it's not going to work out. From the day one only, if you create all this base for the job, well and good, and then you slowly learn the technology from there, right? Now I'm also gonna not make it very boring. I'm gonna give you some of Netflix serials to watch, some YouTube documentary to watch. So all this we have listed down here. So in your free time, free weekends, you can definitely go through all these different documentaries. Now these documentaries are very very much in line towards cybersecurity, right? These are nothing like for entertainment purpose. It is only for educational purpose, and you're going to learn how security, how cybersecurity has taken curve in lot of decision making, or geopolitical side of of the world is something covered using cybersecurity, right? Now if you take the, for example, the first one, the great hack, it is basically how Donald Trump has used data privacy and cybersecurity concept in winning the election and becoming the president of US, right? So all those of beautiful documentaries will be covered as a homework for you guys, and a lot of practicals coming forward, right? um, Now there are something in terms of group exercise where we'll be dividing groups, and then you can start making a couple of project orients and all that thing, right? Now coming back to the course content, as I was talking, we have total 19 modules. In these 19 modules, we'll be covering what is web application, how do we do security for web application, what is network security, what is networking, different tools will be covered up, what is something, for example, now um, in your home you might have see some IoT related switches, right? Now if you can control TV, refrigerator, washing machine with your mobile phone. So is it possible that you can hack somebody else washing machines, your neighbor? And if somebody is trying to hack your washing machine via IoT, IoT security, how to protect it? So all those very basic elements of security will be covered up, right? How do we do wireless penetration testing? How do we hack wireless pen testing? All those things will be covered up. Now, one more important aspect we need to cover up here is that now we are learning this course only for educational purpose and to make sure to get a job out of it, right? This is not for any personal intent or anything in terms of that, once I learn cybersecurity, I'm gonna hack people's account, I'm gonna hack Facebook account. No, with that intentions, which technologies didn't come up for this course. The only intention we came up with this course is that now we are already into the field of development and consulting in cybersecurity. We saw a um, lack of awareness, lack of educational awareness in terms of cybersecurity. So we wanted to bring up this course into the market, and then train the new coming students or newcomers or people who wanted to change their career into that field. But there is no intention of actually teaching hacking or anything not good for the society, right? Now, apart from this, as I said, we're going to cover a lot of tools over here. We're going to cover something called as Kali, which basically we call as mother of all the security tools. We're going to cover tools like Kali. A lot of other things will be part of it, right? And what else we're going to have? Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll take a quick pause here. If people have any questions, please feel free to ask, or else we'll go into the next segment, talking about once we learn this course or once we learn cybersecurity, what are the job opportunities we have, and is something we're going to discuss, right? So I'm going to pause for a minute now. Please feel free to ask questions if you have anything else in the mind.
Yeah. Hi, Abhilash. Yeah, I want
Yes,
to
sir.
ask something. Yeah, after this course, can I say myself as a white hat ethical hacker or black hat ethical hacker? Do I need? Do I reach that much level?
Srinath, that's a wonderful question, actually. Why I'm saying is because I never encountered um, such very basic question, but good that you have asked it. See, it's only the perception, it's only the marketing strategy of how we can call ourselves. We can call them a security architect, we can call them hacker, ethical hacker, anything we can call it. But remember, the moment you're going to put a tag saying that I'm ethical hacker or I'm ethical hacking, then all the eyes of the society is going to be on you. Now I'm going to give you one quick example. Now, being into this industry from last 12 years, uh, sometimes, I mean, till date, I'll be the only one who will do the mobile payment for my mother, or I will do the electricity bill payment for my mother. And my mother always asks, what's the point in being an ethical hacker? Why don't you make my bill a zero? So the family perspective is that when I'm into ethical hacking, doesn't mean that I will sit and hack each and every element in the society. No, that's not the intention. My intention is to make the society better and do something for the living or earning, right? So you can put whatever, you can call whatever name you wanted to call for it, but you need to also check on the outcomes of it, right? So that's the only thing I can say. But there is no boundaries that you can call yourself as ethical hacker, you can call officer white hat hacker. Everything will be covered over here,
Okay. Okay, that's
right?
great.
But now, for example, if you wanted to put any tagline or any kind of branding for yourself, I would suggest to put a security consultant. That looks more professional than calling as ethical hacking. So if you call yourself a security consultant, it gives a better impression in your resume.
Okay. Okay.
Great.
And one more thing, will we cover any SQL injection, those kind of things?
Yes. Now, if you come down, let me do a quick control F here and type in SQL injection. So if you see here, module number 15, there we have at the K, that is at the 11th one, SQL injection. What is
Yeah.
SQL query? What is SQL injection? Now, for people who don't know SQL injection, that's absolutely fine. Now, when we're gonna talk about this SQL injection, we're gonna cover what is SQL, what is SQL query, what is why it is so important, what are the different ways we can use this technique to attack databases. We will also learn how to prevent it also, right? That is also an important aspect, both prevention mechanism and both the attacking mechanism we are going to learn in these modules.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. That's really great. Okay.
great. Anyone has any other doubts? Ramesh, do we have Ramesh? Hi, Ramesh is there. And one more aspect, guys. I should have told this before. So I think most of our students, when they come in, they definitely ask what mode of or what will be the communication language for this particular course. So we usually find students that they will be more interested to listen either in their mother tongue or either in their known languages. So when I'm with so in Swiss technologies, when that trainer is going to teach, so we have multiple language skill sets. So for example, in my case, I'm very comfortable in speaking Telugu, English, Hindi. I can understand Tamil, Kannada. So this is for all students who are coming from remote areas. Don't worry that only in English it will be taught. We'll be using based on the crowd. If somebody understands only Hindi, we're going to stick to Hindi. If somebody is understanding Telugu, we're going to stick to Telugu. If somebody has doubts, now, Tamil and Kannada, I may not be able to speak, but I do understand very much about it, right? So there is no barrier of communication. You can feel free to ask questions in any language. We can go for it. Okay. All right. Now, one basic element also we're going to cover up. Now, in market or in, let's say, Naukri or LinkedIn profile, you will have different naming conventions for cybersecurity. Now, cybersecurity can be called as information security. Information security can be called as infosec. You call this data security. All those, words are more or less similar. Okay, so don't get confused that information security is different, cyber security is different, data security is different. No, all of them are in a similar meaningful ways, right? Now, in cybersecurity, basically there are two high-level differences, or I will say distinctions, right? One is technical, one is non-technical. Okay. Now, when I say technical, means all kind of testing, all kind of activities where you will be doing a lot of day-to-day activities or day-to-day something using like a command prompt or using some kind of tools will come into a technical part, whereas in non-technical part mostly it will be something in with respect to information security compliance. Now, for example, to give you an example, let's take Bajaj Finance will as an example, right? Now, in Bajaj Finance, maybe they will have lot of compliance requirements. Now, because they're handling with lot of money and lot of financial data, they have some guidelines directed by either by RBI, which is RBI, Reserve Bank of India, or maybe some kind of other security compliances, like for example 27001 or PCI DSS or SOC 2. Now, the reason why Bajaj Finance has to get compliance with PCI DSS, now whenever you go to, let's say, Bajaj Electronics, right? Now there you will see Bajaj Finance people sitting to offer you EMI, right? Now when they offer EMI, you will be giving some of your personal details to them, like for example PAN card, Aadhaar number, your credit card details will be swiped in the machine. So all those things will happen, right? So how will Bajaj Finance will make sure that whatever data you have given to them is secure? So they need to get compliant with something called as PCI DSS, right? Similarly, there are a lot of other organizations, other certifications, which organization has to take it for making sure that whatever data they collect from their customers or consumers are safe. To give you one more example, let's say let's say Apollo Hospital, right? Now whenever you visit Apollo Hospital or Apollo Pharmacy, you will be giving your personal details to them, right? What is your BP, what is your sugar, what is your cholesterol level. Now how will Apollo make sure that your data is safe in their hands? So they need to undergo a certification called as HIPAA certification, right? Now all these certifications compliances will be coming under non-technical in cybersecurity, right? Whereas in technical, something like VAPT, SAS, DAST, in movies, sometimes you will see something like this, right? Let me show you. So sometimes in movies or in serials, you will see people sitting with big screens like this, right? How do I open the image in new web? Yeah, you will be seeing something like this. So all this comes as a part of nothing but a SOC, right? If you see here, SOC, Security Operation Center, we call them, and also something called as threat hunting. So all this comes into technical, right? Now, the point why I'm saying about this is because Swhizz Technologies, we offer only technical related educational content. We are not providing, or we are not teaching anything in terms of non-technical. That is not something our cup of tea. This course will be completely revolving around the technicality of cybersecurity. It is not going to deal with anything in terms of non-technical, right? Now that doesn't mean that we're not going to teach the basics of non-technical. We'll be covering up all this when it comes down the line, but in-depth understanding of non-technical or security compliance will not be taken care. Okay, so I think I'm good with it. We have, I think, 10 more minutes, so I'm gonna stop it here. And guys, feel free to speak up or ask any questions if you have in with you.
Yeah, Abhilash, sorry, I'm having two more questions.
Yes.
One is, can we bypass the two-factor authentication? One more that question.
Okay.
And can we bypass the RFID sheet, I mean, wallet, those kind of things in the near future?
Okay. Yeah. So yes, definitely two-factor authentication and RFID can be broken down. Now, if you're gonna ask that, can we be learning about this here in this course? Yes, we'll be learning how to bypass RFID and how to bypass two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication, and how it is something done, and how do we prevent also, will be taken care in this course.
Yeah, that's great. And
Yeah.
every time I'm confused, there is a device, something all hackers will use. What is that? Linux device.
Kali,
It's not called. It is a device.
it's
Berry something. I mean,
Raspberry
mm,
Pi.
yeah, Raspberry Pi. Yeah, exactly. What is
uh,
it exactly?
yeah, so if we have Yogesh here, Yogesh, can you if you can turn on your camera and show us that small Raspberry Pi. So we have all the Raspberry Pi in the Swiss Technology office. But
Oh,
wait, I think it should not be with this thing. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn on my video here to quickly show you guys.
okay.
Okay, you're able to see me, right? Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. There.
So this is the Raspberry Pi over here. So what we'll be doing is that uh, we'll be something using Raspberry Pi, something like this, right? And we'll be using this as a device, to do RFID hacks, or something in terms of Wi-Fi, or something in terms of NAC breaks and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And one more last question. Do we need any prerequisite knowledge like Kali Linux and any scripting knowledge? Anything do we need to get enrich? I mean, to get high level of
So
security concepts.
So Srinath, a lot of students, like for example, if you see Ramesh and Ashraf, they're all from mechanical and civil engineering backgrounds. So the amount of experience we hold in terms of IT is definitely these people are not having, right? So what we do is that we only expect students to know how to Google and how to use a system. That's it. There is no other expectation from our end because we are going to teach or train little bit of basics about Linux, little bit of networking, little bit of browsers, little bit of coding which is required. So I would say only prerequisite is to know how to Google and how to operate a laptop, right? That is the only prerequisite we have been expecting from the students.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Anybody else? Anything? Any questions you guys having? Durgesh. Yes, Durgesh. Durgesh, if you're speaking, we're not able to hear you. Okay, that's fine. All right, I think I'm good with it. Unless if there are no questions, I'm going to wrap this up. And thank you guys for your time, and we'll see you in the class.
Yeah. Thank you, Abhilash. Thanks for your time and the knowledge.
Yes, sir.